Hello from all of us here at String Theory. And yes, it's me, Schrodinger's cat. I just want to say that I will be your guide through this strange world and help us find the answers to the big questions of life, the universe and everything.
Jag hade varit och jobbat på Öland. Och kom hem då och gick in i köket. Nej, vad fan. Så det var precis en massa vatten på golvet där då. Tänkte, nej, fan. Ja, det är något rör där under diskhon och... Så jag hämtade verktygen då. Och in där och skulle börja dona och grejer och det, om man säger. Och nå inte det, för det var så långt in i rören där då. Tänkte, vad fan. Jag fick krypa in där och jag bara kom längre och längre in där. Till slut i alla fall så blev det ljust och kunde ställa mig upp på det här. Jaha, och därför jag ser mig själv som äldre då, kanske 70 och sånt där.
It would be very easy to dismiss Håkan Nordqvist as a liar if it wasn't for this.
Som tur var då, för jag tänkte det här kommer ingen tro på. Det finns inte en chans att folk kommer tro på det här. Så jag hade ju med mig mobilen så jag kunde filma det. Ja, vi stod där och tjafsade lite. Ja, det var riktigt god känsla var det. Hur gott som helst.
Let's suppose for a moment that Håkan Nordqvist is telling the truth. If so, is there an explanation? We asked Hans Carlson, professor in theoretical physics.
Det finns en massa teorier om att resa i tiden. En sådan teori är tvillingparadoxen. Det finns teorier kring svarta hål. Det finns teorier kring maskhål. En genväg mellan två platser i universum. Enligt fysikens lagar skulle dessa teoretiskt kunna uppstå. Sannolikheten är visserligen inte särskilt stor, men de teoretiska förutsättningarna finns, så att man kan inte avfärda det.
Nej, men jag vet ju bara att jag träffade mig själv i framtiden och att jag... Nej, men det här är jävligt gött. Sen får ju folk tro vad de vill.
Håkan Nordqvist stands by his claim, and scientists can't completely dismiss his story. Even so, the question remains, is this really possible? As Albert Einstein once said, the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It's the source of all true science.
My name is Alexander Smith. I've kept my silence on this issue for a long time. A long, long time. What I'm about to tell you is something that I haven't even told my children, nor my grandchildren. My own wife doesn't even know what I'm about to tell you. A few different men wearing black suits ushered me into an underground facility at the base. Now remember, I haven't a clue where this base was. They brought me underground. I had to climb down a very long ladder that went deep underground. I went inside of the machine, as we had previously tested, and a nurse walked into the room I was staying in. It was the first person I've seen after this incident. And she began to explain everything to me. She said I was found on the side of the road. She said, "Sir, it's 2118. This city was very large. I saw vehicles flying at the tops of the skyscrapers. I went up to a random man on the street, and I says to him, 'You need to listen to me. I know you're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you, but I'm a time traveler.' And he simply says to me, 'Okay,' as if he hears it every day. I told him everything I knew, and I had to swear. And I had to swear to them that I would never tell anybody. You see, I couldn't live with myself anymore, and I had to tell people about this. Just so my family and everybody else out there knows the truth."
All society. We've got a very interesting subject coming up next. It's a bit of a spooky one.
And listen, this is really, it's made international news around the world, and we want you to decide whether you believe it or not.
We could well be one of the many media outlets that could be accused of being taken in, you know, maybe a bit of a hoax, but it's an interesting character. Well, as they said in the X-Files, the truth is out there, but this is really out there. A mysterious man who claims he's from the year 2030 has created headlines around the world.
Now
Yes, it could make people question my credibility, but the reason why I do it for the most part is because the government can't find me, and because people could help them if I showed my face, which would be a major, major bad thing for me. Well, I was on a mission, and with like a bunch of my coworkers, and one of them did something so bad that we all got fired on the spot, which makes no sense. I know it's one of the most biggest flaws of the story, why the government would have fired us midway through a time that we weren't supposed to be in, but it ended up happening, cure. There can't be a cure to all of it.
What's the most interesting thing about the year 2030, where you've come from?
Well, there's nothing much, because it's literally 12 years. But there is robots, not robots, like you think that they're everywhere, but AI is AI is a huge part of the future.
Easily, right? And this huge surge of electricity basically pushes me through time, either forward in the future or in the past, and I arrive in the same dome, but in like a different year. And what's my future gonna be like? This is my last video. I might be able to do some interviews after this and a lot of other stuff, but this is my last video. I am going away for a while, for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna say what's happening, but it's because it's like a bunch of other stuff, but this is really important to me, and I have to go. I'm sorry, man, I have to go. It's been nice, but I have to leave in a couple weeks. I have to do something that is like really dear to me. So thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for broadcasting my story. I really appreciate Apex TV. Thank you guys so much.
Was to go to the 3780.
This woman claims she has been to the year 3780. We sat down for an interview in an undisclosed location as she told us her story. She claims to have brought back actual technology from the future. Watch this and decide for yourself.
Hello everybody, my name is Clara. I cannot say from what country I am because it can cause serious problems for me. I want to talk about events which happened in 2000 here. I was serving in the army, and my only goal was to build my own career. My story is related to traveling in time. It will seem to you that this is a fantasy, but I assure you that it's already a technology used for military researches nowadays. John explained that robots had found that place and killed everybody. We told the main reason of our mission and that we should bring back to our time the example of artificial intellect. David gave the scheme to the professor, which was the creator of the mission. Everyone was so happy and excited and even didn't ask about our two friends, the soldiers which were died during the mission. At that time, I felt myself very sad because I understood that nobody would ask about me if I didn't come back. Now you can ask me a reasonable question. Where are those proofs? Because 18 years had been already passed and nobody of us heard about it. As I think that scheme was used for mankind some dangerous weapons. Now let me say what told me Jack about when we were alone. He knew that people wouldn't use that scheme in right way, and that was the reason that he gave me the second one, which I would give to a person who would examine. Yes, he would examine it and do everything to save our world from apocalypse. Here is the scheme. This is the day, and I have been waiting for 18 years. 18 years I have been waiting for chiefs to lose my pass. After that mission, I left military reserve and lived in 6 different countries. 2 weeks ago, I spoke to the scientists, which name I have to keep in secret. Yes, you know, I must keep them in secret. And can't say which country he is from. At the end of this month, I will meet him to give the skin for the examination.
This is an alleged recording, taken inside Area 51, of one of the sessions with an E.B.E. known as a extraterrestrial biological entity. The recording was allegedly made either in 1964 or 1968. The alien claims to be a time traveler from the future, and says that he arrived here through a process of offset spatial divergence. The alien claims to be our evolutionary descendants from a very small group of people that survived a nuclear war brought on by extreme fundamental religious and political dogma.
Okay, yesterday you told us you traveled, and I booked thousands of light years to get here. Yes. Tell us the truth, tell us the word, or never will get here. So you know how the universe is created. So you've seen God. Okay, illuminate us. What happens when we die? Moving on. Okay, so why do we destroy ourselves with nuclear war? Can you be more specific, please? Okay, one last thing. What about morality? What do you base your morality on? I see. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more great videos from String Theory. You can email us at stringtheoryearth.com to get the full ebook download. And remember, I am dead. Hang on, wait a minute, I think one of my toes moved. I am alive. No, never mind, just a nerve spasm. I am still dead, at least until my next video.